Hey boys, welcome back to another epi. So obviously by the title of this video, you can see what I'm talking about. A couple quick updates outside of this. If you're new to the channel, generally my videos are on my Focus ST, upgrading it, news, I do auto reviews, so all kinds of stuff like that. But today's video is one I've been just kind of an idea I had on my mind that I wanted to bring up and kind of see what everyone else thought of my thoughts on McLaren Automotive. So believe it or not, McLaren has actually produced 33 models. It started back in 1969 with the M6 GT, and the latest model that they've created, full carbon Senna by MSO. So now there's 33 models, but there's only so many main models, because you think about it, there's the McLaren F1, that's the poster car that everyone wanted. 3 seats, one in the driver's seat in the middle, very cool car. But then they just came back recently with the MP4-12C. So that's kind of what reintroduced them, and then from there they did the 12C convertible. They had some other variants of it. Then they went with the 650S, then the 670S, then the 570. So they have different variations, all using the 3.8 liter twin turbo V8. They have all of that. They had the McLaren F1, but I just think it's kind of over for McLaren. Now, I'm not saying the company is going under. That's not what I'm saying at all. And I'm also a huge fan of the cars they produce, but it's just become less exciting. It's become so much more function over form. And that's just so apparent with the new Senna that they've created. If you take a look at these pictures here, you know, yeah, is it a really exotic, cool looking car? Yeah, it's cool looking, but it's not a beautiful car. And yes, it can lay down track times and just be a monster out there. But at the same time, not many people are going to be able to purchase this car. You'll probably never see one in your life. I just see so much more of an appeal of a car that's in the $100,000 to $200,000 range, which is still a lot of money, but you're going to see them out on the street. They're going to be used more frequently, whereas this car is just such a special car that, I don't know, it's just a little much. And I look at what they've done in the past. So you have the MP4-12C. When that came out, it was excellent. Some of the complaints on it compared to the Ferrari 458 were that it didn't have the soul and the spirit that a 458 had. They felt that everything was too calculated with the car, which I can understand. Now, I've never driven one, but I can understand what they mean. It doesn't have the same excitement that a Ferrari 458 has. It has almost too much refinement. And that's kind of my argument with what they're doing with all of these other cars. You know, like, the 675 LT, beautiful car. Like, yeah, if I was given one, of course I would drive it. But it's just, they don't have the same appeal that the MP4-12C had and then the P1 had when it came out. So really, what I think happened, I think McLaren peaked with the P1. The F1 was kind of, I don't want to say it was a fluke, it was just like an it wasn't like McLaren was just producing cars back then. Now that they're producing cars, the P1, or I think the MP4 is the second highest peak and the P1 is the highest peak, and from there it's just falling down, it's less and less exciting. I think for McLaren to really break the mold and step out away from Porsche, Ferrari, Lamborghini, and all that, for them to break the mold, if they release a car that's about $150,000 with a manual transmission, ultra lightweight, it doesn't have to have insane power, that would be something that's extremely special. That's what I think would break the mold. It doesn't have to be the most expensive car in the world. Bugatti already has that. Bugatti wins that every time. So I think that's the sweet spot that none of these manufacturers are fulfilling, and I think McLaren can absolutely do it. Now, there is a cost to doing business for McLaren. They produce cars that are performing at such a high and balanced level that they're going to be $100,000 cars. You have to give up so much to come under that, especially just, you think the body of these things is made of carbon fiber totally. It's a carbon fiber tub inside those cars. So yeah, I'm not expecting them to make a $50,000 car. That's not what I'm saying. but I just think there is room for them to improve out there if they just think outside of the box just a little bit. But that kind of wraps up my thoughts on McLaren, where I think they're at right now and where I think they should be heading. So, maybe just think a little bit more about, when you're looking at a car like the Senna, worry a little bit more about the beauty of it, as opposed to it just being this ultra, getting rocks thrown all over the front of my car from this fucking truck. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below in regards to McLaren and where they're heading. I know a lot of the viewers that are watching my videos not really interested in exotics like that, but I know some of you are just interested in automotive, automotive stuff in general. So interested to hear your feedback on that. Also, if you had to choose McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche, which one would you guys drive on a daily basis if you were able to pick any car from any one of those brands? So you'll have to let me know. My current update on the car situation, I'm going to be keeping my ST for a while. I have some really cool things coming up. I've partnered up with a company. I'm going to be making a video for them in their website, and they're going to be sending me some stuff to do review and installs on. They're also going to send me some extra stuff so I can give away to you guys. I requested that they give me some extra stuff. That way, the stuff that you see that I'm installing, you have a chance to win it for free, and there should also be some discount codes included. So I'm really excited about that. I'm going to be putting in a lot of work lately to this channel to really grow it, build it, make partnerships like that, and bring you guys more value. So I hope you all appreciate that. So I am going to be keeping the ST for a while. I'm still interested in getting the M2. I want to try to do that before the end of the year. But my thought is, I've built this community around, or built this channel mainly around having a Focus ST, modding it, cleaning it, doing all the things that I've done and being so in depth with it that I feel loyal to you guys. So I don't want to just all of a sudden one day I have an M2 and the ST's gone. I think I have the most in-depth channel out there on the Focus ST. Unless you want to buy every single part off of eBay, you can go to Original ST's channel. So that's kind of where my head's at with that. I don't think I'll be getting, I was also looking at like an E46 M3, but it's really hard to find one that has been unmolested, and I don't have the expertise really for any car to be able to look at it and pull the engine apart and see, or components, and see what's wrong with it. I'm just not that person, and I don't have the time to do that right now. So I think whatever I am going to be getting next will be a newer car. It's not going to be a brand new car, but I really want to get a rear-wheel drive car. I think that would be fun. I've also been looking at some performance SUVs like the GLA 45, or that's kind of a crossover, but that's where I'm at. If you guys can think of any other cars that you would be interested in me purchasing, let me know. Just that way I can put it on my list. I can keep an eye on what's out there, and we will kind of go from there. But thank you all for watching. If you're still with me in the video, go ahead and drop a like on it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. I do have some great content coming up, as I said earlier. That is it. I hope you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next time.
See, I go all around the world, and everywhere I go, I'm making sure I bring my girl. I gotta keep her happy, cause it's better when she's shining, looking good as hell, tanning on the Caribbean islands. Shit, we always wildin', and yo, I'm always smiling. With her, I'm feeling better, I don't think about the violence. Man, you know I got this darkness, but I don't really show it in every